I want to talk to you about a new way of looking at the mind. The technology we use becomes part of our mind, extending our minds and indeed ourselves into the world. So take our friend, the iPhone. I've had one of these now for maybe 3 or 4 years, and it's basically started taking over a whole bunch of the functions of my brain. Things my brain used to do are now done by my iPhone. I mean, there's a million examples. Take memory. How many people use their brain to remember phone numbers anymore? Not me. You know, my iPhone does all the work. It used to be the biological memory used to carry the load. Now the iPhone is carrying the load for me, acting as my memory. The iPhone serves to control planning functions that my brain used to do. Spatial navigation, offloaded from my brain into Google Maps. It even makes decisions for me. Here's the executive decision maker. So okay, you might say, okay, well, this is all a big metaphor, and yeah, it's a little bit like a mind in some ways. But I think there's actually an interesting philosophical thesis here that I want to defend, that in some sense, the iPhone is literally becoming part of your mind. Your mind is extending from your brain into the world, so the iPhone is actually part of it. I mean, the iPhone hasn't been implanted, so the iPhone's memory is basically my memory. The iPhone's planning or navigation is basically my planning and navigation, as if it had happened inside the brain. This extended mind thesis, I think, can sort of transform our vision of the mind by saying, okay, well, the mind is not just in the brain, it's partly in the world around us, in the environment that we interact with. You might think this is kind of crazy.